Well, good afternoon, good evening, and depending upon where you are, it could be morning. Welcome to Bourbon Neophyte. Yes, I'm a little early today than my usual time by an hour, as you already know. No four-leaf whiskey, so you're stuck with me. I just happened to notice that Stacy didn't have a thumbnail, so I reached out to her, and she was just had a long day and just a lot going on, and so she decided to take a little break today. And I said, all right, I'll hop on about an hour earlier than I normally do to kind of fill the void, give you all something to do. Not much, just something. Sit here and we can chat and have a dram. The link is pinned. It's open for a little bit here tonight. I'll probably end it by 6 o'clock at the latest. I'm going to have supper at about that time, but you're welcome to click on the link and pop on here. I did see Top Dog was already here. Marty apparently must still be napping. I didn't see him at all, but I'm sure he's trying to get Marty up right now. But always appreciate Top Dog when he's here. Eric, cheers, brother. Great seeing you. Always a good time when you're here. Peter, I know you were watching the game because I was watching Ken at the same time and trying to get some things worked out here. And I was just laughing at your comment about scoring. Sometimes you just look at that and go, I just can't understand it. I just can't understand it. That's for sure. Hey, Josh, cheers, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate everybody being here, smashing the like button and saying hello. Hey, OJ for hire. Cheers, man. How are you? Hope all is well and always glad to see you. Always glad to see you. What's up, sir? Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad to see you too. It is always good when you get to sit and chat with friends. That's for sure. So, being that Stacy isn't here, I actually went out on a little bit of a hunt for the first time in at least a month. At least a month. Not sure, but it's at least that. And I just happened to pop into Total Wine and saw some things that sparked my interest. And then something else just all of a sudden popped in out of the blue. And I said, all right. Picked up a bottle of, oops, turn it around, two stacks. The first cut was on the shelf. Couldn't beat it. So I said, being that I'm filling in for Stacy, I should probably get something that I know she'd like. So not bad. 43 ABV, 86 proof, 700 ml bottle. Give you a quick breakdown of it. It's 40% single grain, aged in virgin oak casks. And then there's another 40% aged in a bourbon cask. 8% is from a pot still, aged in Oloroso sherry butts. 10% is a double malt, aged in bourbon casks. And 2% peated malt. You got me at peated. I was just like, oh, okay, so this should have a little hint of peat. So looking for some depth, looking for just a little character on the finish, a little something with that, maybe a hint of peat. And it's always usually on a pot still a little mineral to me and a little spice. So I don't know. I'm going to find out. I am going to find out what it's like. Speyburn 18 in the glass. Ooh. I've got the 16 and I've got the 10. JD picked them up in Lithuania for me. They are terrific. Terrific. That's for darn sure. Hey, Sean, cheers, man. Good to see you, sir. Hope you are well. Hope you are well. Thanks for coming in here, saying hello, smashing the like button, all that good stuff. So, what possessed Kilco to get on a bike and ride 20 miles? I got hooked into that for a little bit there. I had to see it. Back in my day, for me to ride 20 miles, this is in the early 1990s. Oh, yeah, that was absolutely nothing for me. Actually, for me to do 50 miles in a day was nothing. Truthfully, I would start out, do 25 miles out, turn around and come back another 25 miles. Be home well in time for lunch. Well in time for lunch. That's for sure. Hope I didn't scare anybody using my bottle opener. I am a professional. But yeah, I was pretty surprised at this. And 35 bucks. 35 bucks. What the hell? Got kind of a, I don't know if you all can see this, but damn, it's a pretty big cork on this thing. Hope this is coming through well. But yeah, it's a pretty big freaking cork on it. I mean, it's nice to get a hold of, especially with arthritis. Here we go. Ah, nice little pop there. Genuine cork, no imitation right there, which, as you know, I don't care about that. I do not care about that at all. Hey, Greg, how? Man, I'm just surprised you're able to even come over here and say hello and stream. I've seen all that mess with your internet. Man, oh damn. That is terrible. And I saw that post of the box where everything comes into for the fiber. What a mess. What a mess. And you're right. I would be pissed off also. You pay good money for this stuff, then somebody comes in and messes it up for everybody else. It's a shame. But always appreciate having you here, man. Hope all is well in France with you and everyone else around you. I know you're not the only one to say that, but you know, every now and then you gotta cut it off. You gotta exfoliate. You gotta moisturize. You know, you gotta take care of the skin. You gotta take care of the skin. Even though I do, you know, when I have the beard, I'm always using beard oil, literally, and creams and stuff on there. I mean, I'm very cognizant. I don't want to get dry and stuff skin, but it just got to the point where I just needed to start from scratch again. And it's freaking hot here. What are we, about 37 Celsius? So that should work out to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38, right in there. So, but we're right now here in Vegas, I'm 103. So yeah, we're probably 38, 39. We might hit the 40 Celsius here shortly. Threatening to rain, been humid. You know, this morning I woke up, it was 50% humidity and about 92 degrees Fahrenheit at 4:30 in the morning. Oh yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful. And now it's dropped to about 30% humidity. I mean, there's some dark clouds in the sky, but the chance of us getting rain are slim to none. Slim to none. Hey, Mr. Morgan, cheers, man. Missed you last week. I did talk about you, though. I did talk about you. I said, where is Mr. Morgan? But good to have you here, man. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. JD, always good to have you here all the way in the Marshall Islands. Thank you, sir, for coming, smashing that like button and saying hello. Was there trouble in Paris? Ugh. Ooh, Shelter Point 12. Hmm. Oh, you know, the holiday 6 year red wheat Rick House proof. Okay. Yeah. I'm familiar with that. I was drawing a blank for a second there. I said, no, holiday 6 year. That's holiday toast, right? I was drawing a blank a bit on that. Oh, it was a perfect picture. It has said it all. That's a rat's nest. That's a rat's nest. It's a shame what that other company did, though. It really, really is. Like I said, you pay good money for it and you need it today and you can't use it. And you can't use it. It's terrible. Able to take. It's understandable. It's understandable, Greg. Oh, from the holiday distillery. Okay. Sorry. I'm thinking holiday toast. That's why I said I was confused and drawing a blank on that. And then, of course, I had totally the wrong picture in my head. Totally the wrong picture in my head. What I want to know, James, because I've seen it over here, especially last week, I think it was. I mean, really, it was all over the news. The UK and aircon. What is wrong with some of these people over there? What makes them think they can come to you and tell you, you got to take that unit out of your window? It's bloody frying over there. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, unbelievable. It just makes no sense. And they was it Nations News? It was over here, but of course, they have correspondents over there, and they were just interviewing people on the street, and they were blasting the government and local, officials and stuff, and things that these people were coming out and getting cited or something for. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous that they're telling you you can't have that. Absolutely ridiculous. Before going on blended malt ice with my lunch. There's nothing wrong with that, Craig. You get a pass for putting ice in your whiskey. You get a pass. I know it's warm over there for you. And sometimes out of necessity, you got to do it. You just got to do it. 75. And oh my gosh, speaking of no smoke, my family in Pennsylvania, especially around Pittsburgh, you would think you were in LA at rush hour, where you couldn't see the tops of the skyscrapers, the smoke from Canada coming down there. It was terrible. I talked to my mother. She said, "Oh my gosh," she says, "it has been horrible down there." She says she'd never seen anything like it. And I laughed. I says, "When you were a kid and the mills were going," and she laughed. She goes, "I forgot about that. You're right." But she says, now that I think about it, it's what it reminded her of when, you had Carnegie Steel going, you had U.S. Steel going, you had the Homestead Works going, and they were just. It was always hazy there, always hazy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was on a map. They were tracking the smoke because it was coming down, even into New York and stuff, the way it came down in New Jersey. And oh, it was terrible. With everything that's even going around here in Nevada from, Utah and places north, we have been relatively lucky with that. We get haze, and sometimes we will smell smoke, and it'll be miserable. But all in all, so far it's been good. I personally have not noticed it outside at all this season. This season, which is unusual. Which is unusual. Okay, I'm here beating my gums. Let me pour a little of this two stacks in here, and we can talk and sip. And like I said, I put the link if anybody wants to pop on here for a little bit. But yeah, this is a darn honking stopper. Kind of reminded me of, it's not weight, it's wood, but Bardstown Discovery Series and stuff, and Frey Ranch, along that size, big honking, probably $half size, $half. Wow. But let me put a Glen cover on this for a minute, and now, I was gonna say, do not tell me I can't find a Glen cover after all I have. Here we go, one made for me by Top Dog. So let me put on there just for a minute. A little light in color, but it's a nice straw color on there. Nice straw color. Oh, yeah. You get them idiots everywhere. We have them here too, or the ones that are just plain stupid and don't think, and, let's just say build a fire or something like that, and then start a mess. And yeah, absolutely ridiculous. They will annoy the Greens. uh, but yeah, it's ridiculous what some of those local governments. I think they're provincial governments or something like that. I forget the name of them, but in town. But the way that they were, the people were coming to talk about how they were going to get cited, and just to yanking out these air cons. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You need it over there. You absolutely need it over there. Two Stacks is itself out of Ireland. It is a nice Glen cover. I use them, and you don't always see it, but the matching is right here. It's always right here. And oh, look. Can you see the name on the back of it? There you go. But it's always right here. I one of my favorite things when I'm doing different flights and stuff is it's always in front of me. It's always in front of me. Matter of fact, that's what the Glen rests on all the time. And I usually have a couple of empty glasses on here. I just didn't put them on here yet, but they're always right there with a couple of the toppers. So they're always ready to go. Mr. Rance, always good to see you. I hope all is well up there with you. I know it's good for Peter. I hope it's good. Uh-oh. Here comes the beast. Here comes the beast. Oh my gosh, I just seen you not too long ago. Look at this thing. Come here. We had to get her a new harness. Come here. Come here. Everybody wants to see this beast. Now sit down. There you go. There you go. Everybody wants to see Emma Lynn. There she is. I do ship her. If you guys want to put up with her for a month, I have no problem putting her in a box. I'll poke holes in it. I'll put some treats in there. I'll even be nice and ship it next day so you don't miss a minute of a 13-week-old puppy who thinks she's a land shark. Huh? Don't you? Don't you? She just got up from her nap about a half hour ago. Huh. Yes. So now everybody can see you. And she is getting big. She's got to be close to 20 pounds now. Got to be close to 20 pounds. She is getting up there. Oh, oh my gosh. Go ahead, Em. All right. Emma's out of here. Go on. Look at you. She's saying bye. Bye, Emmalyn. Bye, Emmalyn. All right. Everybody got their Emmalyn fixed. That's for sure. Eric says hello.
Hello.
She says hello.
Oh, come on, big girl.
Yes, Emma. Hey, Randall, I say, wait a minute. I seen somebody sneak in there. I didn't get to say hi to, and then I realized who it is. Cheers. Yes. I hope you are well, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, we're all caught up here. Yep. All caught up. All right. Let me see what I get on the nose on this. Sorry. It's easy to get distracted. Oh, there is a slight peat-esque to this and malt. If you I'd say you might think you're into a Highland on the first just initial nosing. I know it's an Irish whiskey, but I'm just saying if you put this to your nose at first, as you get into it, okay, now you can tell there's something different about it. A little bit of that minerality comes out, but it still has that malty sweetness on the nose that a single malt Scotch would have, and uh, 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 just a glimpse of a little medicinal peat, but the other elements inside of the glass quickly envelop it. But you can get that there's something about it. You might not pick up on peat. You might say it's like an oily smell. But I know once and you guys that are peat, you understand what I'm saying or how I'm trying to convey this. Yeah, I get a little of the minerality now. The more and more I'm into this, I'm getting more of the minerality from the pot still. But there is a malty sweetness to it. A little bit of ethanol. Little bit of ethanol. Nothing off-putting. Leon's YouTube channel from Germany, who travels a lot and does cool reports on world distilleries. Okay. There you go, people. Greg says worthwhile checking out. So there you go. Go and give that guy a check out and leave him a comment and say, Greg said that we had to come over and check you out. Yeah, I mean, just quick nosings, you would pick up this maltiness and it might skew your thought of what this is. But if you get into it just like I did, then you'll realize, no, this is not a single malt Scotch. It's definitely not. And when you're into it, more the minerality would come out. So that the sign or the tip that it could be a pot still, it's coming through. Sorry, I'm just trying to see. Yeah, it's once you get into it, you'll know. It's light on the palate. It's got some nice spice to it. It's wow, kind of unusual, but that Kentucky hug going down, yeah, just a little warm going down. What did I say this was? 86 proof? Yeah, 86 proof. Wow, I'm kind of surprised on that. But then there is some oakiness to it. There is a little oakiness to it. Wow, that's nice. Okay. On the second sip, you can discern I'm talking Paquito, Paquito Pete. The retrohale is a little sharp, a little tannins on the tongue, on the finish, but that's the pot still. In my opinion, that's the pot still. But it's light and crisp on there. And there definitely is some depth to this. The spice is still there, particularly on the center and the tip of the tongue. This is only the second sip here. The minerality or the tinniness or whatever you want to call it from the pot still is, in my opinion, gone already. Little drying on the palate, just a little drying. But let me get this third sip here. I actually got the peat. I mean, if I'd have got that on the first sip, I'd have called it, but it was more the third sip, it's more pronounced. In other words, I know what it is. Mm. It's one thing about Irish. It's lighter than U.S. bourbon. You know what I'm saying? Where bourbon, to me, depending on the one, but there's a thickness to it compared to this pot still of the Irish. There's just a little bit of it's definitely more robust in bourbon, of course, than it is the pot still. The pot still is a more mellow type than the bourbon to me. And most of the Irish to me on the palate finishes clean. Now, Redbreast finished in the, I did believe it was the PX. Redbreast 12, yeah. And then the Redbreast cask strength. The cask strength is really nice. I just had to turn and look because it's sitting right there. I don't know which one was I standing. The Redbreast 12 is an absolute great go-to all the time. The cask strength is really really nice. Yes, yes. This is available here in the States in one of those drams in a can, and I forget what in the heck Stacy called it. Hold on, because she had texted me and we were talking about it. I know the name, I just can't think of it right now. Do do do. Okay, She didn't give the name. There is a name for it, and I can't remember what it is. I can't remember what it is. And but you're right. If there is whiskey in a can made by them, and it's there, and I just can't think of what it's called. And I've seen it. It might be Two Stacks,
It
but
is
it's
two
a can.
stacks.
Yeah, but it don't they have a catchy name for it, Eric?
I think it's dram in a can.
Dram in a can. Yes, I do. That's it. I knew it was something like that. Did they have a catchy name for it? I know it says Two Stacks, but there was another name. Dram in a can.
Dram in a can.
Dram in a can. Well, what's in that, Glenn? You got? You still working on that?
Yeah, I was pouring some samples for Marty and 3 others for them to do a blind flight whenever they do it. So I was pouring them. Well, I shouldn't give it away in case any of them are watching, but anyway,
Don't give it away.
In the bottle, and rather than just let it oxidize, I just poured it up and just been sipping on it.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I was just out of the blue. I decided to run and go down to Total Wine because I haven't been out in about a month hunting. Haven't. And I said, I told the wife, let's just go down there for about an hour, drive down, and turn around and come back. And I did, and lo and behold, I mean, I really wasn't looking for anything. I mean, I could have just popped one of the dozen or so bottles I got there of Irish, but I saw this one and I thought, oh, got to get it.
Yeah, 2 stacks is good.
Well, for $35, come on.
Yeah.
To find, and this is nice. And that peat is extremely light, but the more you sip on it, the more you get it on here. For $35, I think for what you're getting, I think it's a good whiskey. You know, I think it's a good whiskey. It's the first bottle I have owned. I have tried it, and I do believe it was Stacy that had dropped off some samples to me. But I like it. I think it's good.
I like how they break it down too, as to how much pot still, how much column still. You know.
Well, that's the first time I've seen it that precise on the side. An 8% pot still, 40% single grain, but didn't say what it was. But 40% a single grain that was aged in a virgin cask. Then the other 40% was in a bourbon cask. So you get some depth to it and complexity, and you get some oakiness. You definitely get some oakiness from the virgin cask and then the bourbon casks. Then it was 8% pot still, and then an Oloroso butts. So the sweetness is there, and you pick up that bit of sherry. And then there's a 10% double malt that was aged in a bourbon cask, and then 2%, so just a little teaspoon or tablespoon dumped in there that was aged in a bourbon cask also. So that's where I think I'm getting all the tannins from, and that definitely the oakiness. You know what I'm saying? That tannin spice that's on there, because this has a lot of bourbon influence to it. And but I like it. You know, I'm gonna get that down to the shoulder and let it breathe a while in the bottle, and
I'll tell you a bottle of
see
theirs.
how it is in a little bit.
A bottle of theirs that I got that's been going fast is the apricot brandy cast strength. 2 stacks.
Oh, yes. Okay. I say that's 2 stacks also.
Yeah, it's 2 stacks. Yeah, 63.5% ABV. I got to get a new camera, but see if it's 40% dark grain, 40% light grain, 8% pot still, 10% double malt, and 2% peated malt.
Well, that's almost identical.
Yeah, very similar. It's probably just mine's cast strength. Where you said yours.
Yeah, I think you just said 40, 40, 8, 10, and 2.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same mash bill, or whatever you want to call it.
The detail it provides, it says, depth and complexity, and then the fruitiness and spice, and then the finishing character as it goes across the percentages.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see it now.
Yeah.
Didn't you pay any attention to that little chicken scratch down there? Yep, you are
It's
absolutely correct.
3.5%. It's got some heft to it, but you can see
What's that? What's the ABV on there?
63.5.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, you got some heft on there.
Yes, sir.
And hold on. Yeah, without colorings and non-chill filtered, Greg, if you're referring to the two stacks. So no coloring. Yes, and she will be back next week. Yep, she definitely will. I spoke to her. She will be ready to roll. She will be ready to roll.
Yeah, mine
But
too is without coloring and or chill filtration. So it's
oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
you could. I can tell because of the oiliness on the palate.
Yeah.
So everything's in there.
Print, but this I had to do a little reading to find it. But on the back label, it did mention non-chill filtration and no added coloring.
And I'm not a purist when it comes to coloring. Okay.
Yeah, because that doesn't affect the flavor.
I've not found it. I mean, there are some people that are adamant that it skews things, but I'm not doubting it. I'm not saying it doesn't. But me, I am not that good. I cannot discern if that coloring does
Right.
anything to it. I mean, maybe Top Shelf Dustin, he could figure it out, but I can't do it. I can't. That bougie shit that he drinks all the time. What can I say? What can I say?
To each their own.
To each their own is right. But yeah, I'm not. And like, as you know, some people insist on genuine cork versus a synthetic cork. There, I don't care. Matter of fact, and there's some things, give me the synthetic cork so I don't have to worry about the stuff that because I've had probably, I'm going to say a half dozen corks that went to crap and probably 3 on the fresh crack. And one of them I just had on at Glen Gorge.
That's why I save my corks when I empty a bottle, just because I have corks break from time to time, but I've never had a synthetic cork break.
No, me either. Me either. As a matter of fact, I have old Isra. Is that what it is right here? I've got to do some surgery on it. Oh, yeah, Isra Brooks, 99. This here.
Mm-hmm.
I went to. This has been a couple of months back. I went to get a little snort out of it, and the cork broke.
Oh, yeah.
I just never did the surgery to get it out because the whiskey's fine inside. It's sealed good, but the cork broke. I'm like, are you?
Go very slowly.
I mean, I was disappointed at the time because you get that taste. You're like, oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. And I turned it, on the side. I moved the cork a little bit. Pop. I mean, no effort. No effort.
My 4 Maker's Mark bottles, cork just snapped right off.
So I have my surgical device right here. I just haven't done it because, oh well. It'll be fine. I guarantee you, no one's going to touch it until I do. So, yeah.
No, it's safe.
So I'm fine with leaving it right there. But yeah, it's just weird. I can go a year or more and not have one of those. And then all of a sudden it's like, I think I've had 2 this year already.
You just have to kind of wet the corks periodically. And I think that helps.
And today I'm sitting in here and I'm going through some stuff. I'm getting rid of some boxes because I get too many boxes, but I save almost every one. And I'm like, I'm going to need it. But it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't need them. Let me look at what's inside them. Oh, let me save this type of packaging or let me save that type of packaging. And I just discarded probably 8 to 10 different bottles, boxes that were just in the way. just in the way. And now I'm going through some other things here, and I just got to get this stuff off the floor. It's annoying me. It is annoying me. A lot of pros say E150 doesn't affect taste, but been to some pro labs, but I don't agree. We did taste, and very little doesn't feel, but more feels and even shows on the palate. Yeah. Like I said, some people get it, Greg. Some people don't. I'm just not one of them that gets it. And so to me, it's not that big of a deal. I prefer no color, non-chill filtered. That's always a preference in whiskey for me. But if it has color, it's generally not a deal breaker. If it doesn't specifically stay non-chill filtered, again, it's not a deal breaker. However, I would definitely prefer, because in my preference, non-chill filtration leaves a lot in the whiskey that just makes it better.
Yeah, it's more viscous, more oily.
Yes.
You don't
Yes.
filter those things out.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm sure Asian countries add it as a sweetener. Yeah. Hey, I'm sure too. I'll take your word for it, James.
Plus, too, it's caramel coloring, so it may have some slight effect on the flavor, but I think the ABV of the whiskey, too, can make it any effect.
That's why I prefer 50 and north on my ABV. 100 proof seems to be a sweet spot to me on whiskeys, be it bourbon or scotch. For some reason, it just it. But I've got some 40 ABV scotches that I find fine. Just a standard Glenfiddich right there. This is an empty. But you know what? I like it. It's just one of those things that I don't know what it is about this. I just like it. So I've got the backup. It's sitting there. I just haven't had a need to crack it, but I like it.
Although the four oak I have is a 40%, but it's got a lot of flavor. It doesn't seem to be handicapped by the low ABV.
No. But if you ask me in a scotch, 46 and north. Yeah. Start it off at 46 and go up from there.
Right.
That's my preference. Some people want 48. They'll say 47, 48, 50. I got you. Some people are the 43. They think that 43 is a sweet spot, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. To each his own.
In particular, where you may be in your whiskey journey, you may want to start off at a lower ABV, then work your way up.
Work your way up. Absolutely right. You do you drink what you want to drink. My eyebrow might raise because you say something. I go, are you doing what? But
like the saying goes, you drink it the way you like it.
You drink it the way you like it. A lot of us may frown or look at you like you're crazy when you take that big ice scooper and you pour it into a rocks glass and you pour some good scotch over it. But it's okay.
I've never done that. But if you prefer that, then hey.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why when Greg said, he had a glass of whiskey with some ice in it, I go, as hot as it is, I totally get it, and you're forgiven of that sin.
Yeah, can't imagine that, being threatened with sanctioning or whatever for having air conditioning when it's miserably hot like that.
I got drawn into those stories. They were interviewing the people in the UK and in some of the villages and towns and stuff, and the people are, you can't have AC, you got to take it out, and blah 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 blah. I've been like, you better go jump in the Thames. I'm not going to be doing that. Absolutely not.
Anthony, this is my wife, Stephanie.
Hello.
Yeah, she and I got to meet Mark Northwest Bourbon yesterday.
I know. I saw the pics.
Yeah, his brother lives maybe an hour from me, so he comes down periodically when he has to do some training at Fort Knox. So he was down this weekend. So we met him there.
Oh,
Went to Elixir and tried a few picks with Tarek there, and so it was fun getting to meet him. And interestingly, I'd forgotten, but he had told me his wife is also named Stephanie.
oh. Well, you shouldn't have a problem remembering.
Oh yeah, I'll remember that from now on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, that was a fun experience. You know, it was fun getting to meet people from
It is.
the whiskey community.
It is. It is. Just like when I got to meet Chris and Lil for the first time out here. Ooh, almost 5 years ago. They came out here, big whiskey meetup. He was here. Women of Whiskeys, not what we know Women of Whiskeys now, but the original Women of Whiskeys.
Right.
And Whiskey Mountains, of course, Livewire, and others were out here. Got to meet Shane. Yeah. So, it was great. Even though, like, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me.
Right.
Yeah. It was just different.
It's a different thing.
Yes. Yes. It was a good time.
Anthony, I'm going to off for a few minutes. My wife, she just got supper ready, so I'm going to eat real quick. But then I think you're going to be on till about 6 o'clock your time.
Yep. Go stuff your pie hole.
Yeah.
Go stuff, because that's what my wife's going to do here in a little bit. Put it on, and I'm going to eat around 6 o'clock, or when she calls me. If she calls me at 5:45,
just don't call you late for supper.
You know it. You know where I'll be.
Oh yeah, she made a crock pot meatloaf that's magnifique. So
hey,
it
could have been peanut butter and jelly. If she called you to the table, you're coming.
Yeah, she makes the effort. I'm going to dig in.
That's right.
So I'll be back in probably about a half hour or less.
Okay, I'll be here.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, this 2 stacks is good. Very good. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Well, I don't want you to miss it. All the trouble you get into. I'm surprised that they haven't taken that treat away from you. I'm surprised. No, he did the one stream, James. It's probably a month now. But I know he took a new position, new job, and so, and I know he's been doing on some projects. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's one of those things that it's taken his time, and then when he flies out, he's generally either up very early in the morning Monday, or he is flying like Sunday afternoon because he has to be somewhere Monday morning. So I'm going to have to reach out to him and call him. He's been around. I mean, I know he's around. I vicariously, through a group text, he was replying to some things in. So I know he's doing well. Let's put it that way. He is doing well. But unfortunately, that work thing is gets in the way, and of course that has to take precedence sometimes. So as far as I know, no, he has not officially. But let me finish up this 2 stacks here. Take a sip of water. It's actually a nice whiskey for $35. It absolutely is. So as I got into this, I knew there's some Oloroso sherry in there. Some of the juice was finished, and they said whether it was 10%. I'm sorry, 8%. The pod still aged in Oloroso sherry butts. This last sip was the sweetest and fruitiest out of the batch because I got very well acclimated to the spirit. And another good taste of that hint of peat in this whiskey. The hint of peat in here, which actually to me makes it nice. Some people may or may not like it, but if my brother-in-law and sister were here, I would pour this for them. They're not peat heads at all. However, I really do think that they could enjoy that little nuance, just that little. When I say like an eyedropper, drop it in a little medicinal on there, that little medicinal quality of the peat in this two stacks. I think they would like it. I think they could appreciate it. Oh my gosh, is that hanging AZ? I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been, but I've been shaved now probably a month. I have to go back and look at some streams, but probably a month, give or take. But it'll be back. It'll be back. School starts here in a couple of weeks. August 10th for the kids, August 5th for the teachers. So, yeah, we'll start growing the scruff again. I'm curious about your chin. He is clean shaven. Clean shaven. All right. So that being said, let's see what I want to get into something else here. I put it out on purpose. I'm going to get back into the Glendronach Ode to the Embers. Now, been into Ode to the Dark last week. I went back and revisited Ode to the Valley. And this is the third release in that series. I'm going to just revisit. And then this is Ode to the Embers. So there's a little sherry and smoke. So let's see what this is and how this thing has developed over time. Because I had one pour from the original cracking of this bottle. Nice color to it. And it is 48.4 ABV or 96.8 proof. Yep. I just want to make sure. Yep, I'm right. It is 48. Oh, no. Did I say? Yeah, 48.4. 48.4 for 96.8 proof. Okay, 48.4. The color on here with this is very tough to make out, or not the color, but because of the color they used, gold on this red background, I got to get some light on there to see what the heck is going on. Let me get a Glen here. Let's get a nice clean Glen. And you see I do wet this here a little bit, or I let that go, and I just try to turn it just ever so slightly. So oh, there we go. Boom. See that? Perfect. Let's pour a little in here. There we go. All right. Put the top back on. This one, I think I'm going to have to take the camp when I go back up there and have a couple of good pours and sit with this one. I haven't, other than the initial crack and sitting here with you all, I haven't dived into it wholeheartedly, let's say. That was for Stacy. I put the flat cap on. I got the two stacks. Yep. Normally Stacy would have finished up 25 minutes ago, roughly. Oh yeah. So I made sure I put the hat on, poured some two stacks, and here we go. Well, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna go back into that here in a little bit. Right here, Greg. Right there. I'm gonna go into that. This is a small batch release that was selected from the very last production prior to the distillery shutdown in October of 1995. And it's been patiently maturing in first fill bourbon barrels for over 16 years. And I found this a few months back, thanks to thanks to Mayhem and Mayberry, who actually was online and found it out here. And I picked up the last 3 bottles in town, period. And then Mayhem dropped by and I did a handoff to him. So he got his bottle, and I have this one and another one sitting there. So I want to get back into that one and do a little sippy poo there and see what's what. How are you,
Good evening,
sir?
sir. Excellent. How was your weekend?
Oh my gosh, busy. I stayed home just doing house chores because when you're gone every weekend and you're working 5 days a week, I just said to the wife, I got to stay home and take care of a few things. And you may have heard me say before that we're almost ready to rip out a bathroom and do a complete remodel. So,
Oh boy, that's a lot of work.
well, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I know, but the stress of them doing it and or disruption of your life, it's like super stressful.
So the vanity's here now. It's on the back porch. We've picked the sink, the spigot. I kind of got the new toilet, which one I want, and new floor. We got to go look at that. Tomorrow we look at the surround so it can be made, and then that starts the wheel. So once I do that, my wife picks out that surround because we're going to make a walk-in shower. Right now they have a Roman tub and you step in, but with her disability, we have to get rid of that. She needs to be able to walk in.
Oh.
We're going to have a seat built in, and we're going to put the ADA grabs in there, but we're going to have it built in. So when it's done, it's done right. But anyway, once we go and do this part on Monday, that starts the ball rolling. Then what will happen is when they say, okay, we're ready to measure, they'll let the contractor know. The contractor will schedule with me. Then they'll actually rip everything out of the bathroom.
Oh, geez.
And we'll use the guest bathroom. Then that company that I purchased the surround is going to make it will do the final measurements. They come in and do like a 3D imaging measure and everything, because when they make it just for that space. The pan and everything will fit like, well, it was made for it. That'll be made for it, and it's going to be rock solid. Then once that's done, the contractor will come back in and move the drain and change some things and so on and so forth. And then the process will start, but it'll take about 10 to 15 days for them to finish that surround. But that shower will be down for that long. So we'll be using the guest bathroom for, let's just say, a month, which is no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
But then we'll get, new sinks, new counters, new shower, all the new fixtures, from the lights to the fans, to the commode, to everything is going to be new in there. Because it's the original when we bought the house, and we bought the house brand new in 01. So it's just time. It's just time. In a couple years, I'll do a refresh on the guest bathroom, but we don't use it. It still looks like the day it was, but, repaint the walls, update some fixtures. I already changed the commode years ago, put it in myself, did it, tiled the floor years ago. Pulled the vanity out when I tiled the floor. So when I put the vanity back on, if I change that vanity, the tile's already there. And that's the same thing. the new floor will go down in the master bathroom. Then we'll put the vanity down. So for some stupid reason, she wants to get rid of that vanity. The floor is already there.
Oh,
It
that's
costs
cool.
you a little more, but let's just say 5 to 10 square feet. I don't know, but what the hell? It's done. If you're going to do it right, or don't do it. Do it right. So,
How's the new pooch? Did you get your pup back from training yet, or?
well, no, she's never went yet. She's still
Oh,
too young to go. Um, Still too young to go.
oh,
In
okay.
about another month or two, she'll have her 16-week shot in about 3 more weeks. And then the doctor says, give it a week or so. A lot of people get those shots and they take them right to the dog park or whatever. Just let it all sink in for about a week, and also see if it does, make sure it doesn't make her sick, because they can, just like
Right.
us. They can. So anyway, that being said, uh, she's doing good. She was on the stream at about 3:45, give or take. Did her 60-second premiere, sat in my lap, waved, and Robin picked her up and moved her on. Hey, Donner Pass. Cheers, brother. Always great to have you here, man. Got a little ode to the ember in the glass, Glen Dronich. I'm revisiting it after I opened this a few months back. So I poured that in the glass here right now. And then just sitting back here bullshitting, if you can believe it. If you can believe it. But anyway, yeah, she was on, so she's doing good. She is a pistol, though. Oh my gosh, that dog and her teeth like a land shark. Man, I'd rather wrestle with a rose bush. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. We all have our setbacks when it comes to some of them labels. Yes, it is a vintage one. Absolutely a vintage one. It was just one of those things. It just happened. He found it. And yes. Yes, 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 yes. And especially that. Especially that one. I was surprised on that how spicy it was. Carl mentioned it to me that it has some spice to it, but it's spicy. That, I will say this, that will benefit from some water. Bring that down, the spiciness a bit. From 16 years sitting in MX bourbon barrels, it's given it some oak spice, but it will benefit for a few drops of water, and the proof on the bottle itself will tolerate it, because what is this, 56 proof, 56 ABV? Hold on, let me look. I forget. Okay, that's close. 55.3. 55.3 is the ABV on it. So, yeah, adding some water to it would be just just fine. Just fine. Did you see the news about the by I bet it does, but no, I did not hear that. But I'm like you, I would love to have a bottle or at least a dram and take my picture by the bottle with me holding the dram to say I did. That's for sure. Who wouldn't? Well, I may fly you out there for the guest bathroom because I got some stubborn wallpaper in there. I can just turn you loose with a bottle of Metamucil. You can go ahead and tear it up. we'll leave the house. But yeah, feel free. Feel free. So, you know what? It does have a little chocolate note to it, James, as I remember. There is. And also pancake, because I hate to say this, but Carl mentioned that to me, and I go, pancake and syrup. He goes, oh, yeah, pancake and syrup. On the finish, you get that on there. You definitely get that that pancake. I don't know how else to say it. It definitely is, not because he told me about it, but it tastes like that. It's not like in your face, but you know what it is. You definitely know what it is. So for a second, I was like, now what the heck did I pour in this glass? Now I remember what it was. Talking about these different whiskeys. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did I pour in there? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Glendronach, Ode to the Embers. See, this has a little hint of like that pink, like this two stacks, but I'm not getting the medicinal. I'm not getting the medicinal note like I did on the two stacks. This is more polished. This is definitely more polished. However, on the palate, when you sip it, there's some smoke to it. It is more pronounced than two stacks. And so it just goes to show you. Very, very light and indiscriminate on the nose. But once you put it on the palate, you know there's a little peat in here. It's below Highland Park peat. It's below Highland Park peat, way below Highland Park peat. But it's there. There's no mistaking it. So, what you got in between your fingers there?
Oh, it's just a cheap Thompson bundle pack.
And nothing wrong with those. Some of those are as good as the name brand factory that they came from, but for some reason they got a big vein in them, or they didn't like how they work.
I got an 80 pack here the other day. They had on sale, so I grabbed them. Just sipping on a little Michter's tonight. Just the cheap little
the Shelfer. There's nothing wrong with some of those, and
light and on a hot day.
Well, you know what? People get hooked on some of these other ones that, like theirs. Like I've got the Michter's Straight Rye up there. I've had it. I've never cracked mine. I probably had it sitting up there 4 or 5 years. Weller's Foolproof, Weller 12-year. I forget what other Wellers are up there. I've had them. I've never opened them. The ones I got, because I've tried them. And I go, it's Weller's. Not that it's terrible, but back in the day when I had FOMO and I was worried I was missing out on things, and I'm buying these Wellers, I'm buying the Michter's, and I've got 4 Bookers up there. I forgot what they are, and I've never opened them.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff right now that's I'm starting to pull out that I forgot about from 5-6 years ago.
Well,
you buy it, you forget what you got,
Well, I've done that. I have done that. I'm much better about it now than I was 5-6 years ago, because a lot of this stuff was harder to find. So it would pop up. Holy crap. I'd reach out and grab a bottle and bring it home. And maybe 3 weeks later, because I had one open, so I put the backup behind it. But in my mind, I got to get this. I got to get that. And I see it because it was like, finding hen's teeth. You reached out and you grabbed another one. One of my favorite Elijah Craig's was the C921. So I had one open and I found a backup and I bought it. I don't know, 2 months later, I saw the The same thing again. I reached and I grabbed it, and of course, and I bought it. Go to bring it home. I set it on the shelf. Go a couple of months. Now I got to reorganize my shelf and so on and so forth. I realized not only do I have one open and I have a backup, I got a backup for the backup. But that was the year. That was the last time I bought one of those releases. That was my favorite one. The only reason why I haven't purchased them is one, they got pricey, but two, I was fortunate enough to get samples of it to try it. And I'm like, okay, it's good, but what is so special about this particular release? It's not like this one or it's not like that one. So that's when I started to get discerning. And just like, you know what? My FOMO was now starting to do this, because it's like when you were younger and you think they're going to reenact prohibition, so you drink and drink and drink and drink and drink. But then as you got older, you realized, yeah, that ain't coming back anytime soon. And I just don't recuperate like I used to anymore. You know, to be out all night, go home, sleep for 2 hours, shower, and go to work like nothing ever happened. Yeah, those days are over.
Yeah, those days are long gone, aren't they?
Those days are long gone. I mean, yeah, that ain't happening. So that type of FOMO is gone. Greg, thank you. Yes, I understand about that. I'll be up at 1:30 hours in the morning, my time, to go to work. So totally get that. So that's why I said the stream will not be past 6 p.m. my time tonight, because it will be supper time, and it could be 5:45 if the wife calls me. But anyway, you have a great night, and I appreciate you being here, Greg. Thank you. But yeah, and so what I was starting to say earlier is I really got to get back into these shelves, because I've moved some things, and I generally, if you ask me something, oh, I got that, and I could go to where it's at, maybe move a bottle left or right. Okay, here it is. Well, now I've done that so much, but I haven't paid attention to where I put some stuff back. Now I misplace things, and I literally hunt for it. It's like, okay, I got to stop. I have to go back through all this crap, wipe the bottles down, turn them over, count to 10, turn them back, set them back, and then I'll remember about where things are again, so I can
once you put eyes on them, then you can kind of tell me if,
and
if I go through there and it's like, boom, now I know what I got, where it's at.
Yeah. Well, before,
then
like we were talking, you mentioned, oh, that's over here, or I got that over here. Oh, yeah, this is here. And pull it out practically. Last week, I was like dumbfounded on some stuff and sitting here going, I don't see it. And generally, I can put my eyes on it, or the general area. Okay, yeah, it's 3 behind. It's behind the Russells, or it's this. I was having a heck of a time. So today I was spending a little time in here because I'm getting rid of some of these boxes that I get stuff delivered in, but I saved the boxes, is what I was telling them, in case I think I need them. Well, I don't need them all. And so I finally broke them down, took them to the recycle bin, put them in there, and I was doing stuff like that. And some of the packaging is good. I'm like, okay, I can reuse this, I can reuse that, but you only need so much.
Right.
Yeah, I've used all my stuff one time. And I'm like, see, I should never thrown that stuff out, or I should never got rid of it. I could have used it. Well, you know what? That was a fluke. That I just happened to have a lot of stuff that I was shipping out, and I needed my bubble wrap. I needed the paper. I needed these types of boxes. I mean, and I did. I used 6, 7 different boxes. I was sending stuff out and blah, 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 blah. And so my inventory was depleted until one of those things I didn't realize until it was gone, until it was too late. And I'm like, but it only took me a matter of 2 months, and now I was at that point where, okay, I got to get rid of some of this stuff. I got to get rid of it. And so, that's what I was doing today in here. I was getting rid of some of this.
Yeah, I got a lot of that stuff stashed in my basement, boxes and bubble wrap and stuff. I got to get rid of. You only need so much. I don't know why. You get to the point where you think you got to have it. And it's like, matter of fact, my wife.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
I
do we
know.
do that?
Human nature.
I guess so. And and every time I clean it up, I say, okay, don't do this shit again. Well, here I am for round 3. Now I'm a little more determined. And yeah, I'm not going to be going down this road like that again. So I'm irritated.
I tend when I get new bottles, I leave them on the kitchen table for too long, and after about a week, my wife gets perturbed, and then she puts them away. Well, then when I don't see them, then I forget about them.
And then you see one at the store and go, "Oh, I want that."
Yeah, the thing is, now she put them somewhere behind something else, and I forget about it unless I'm in there, like you said, dusting bottles, turning them over. It's like, where'd this come from?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, you left it on the table for 2 weeks, and I moved it. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Don't challenge her because you're going to lose.
I know. she gives me about a week, and after that, then if I don't put them somewhere, she puts them somewhere. So,
hey, if it's up to my wife and if you get my drift, she'd put them somewhere, all right. But I'd always tell her there's no more room. That's been filled up over 30 years ago.
I picked up a new bottle of that new release of the Star Hill Farms at a drop.
Didn't Eric get one of those
yesterday? I'm not sure. I was going to ask him if he. I think he had last year's. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but the only reason why I know about it is the name's familiar. So I think he's the one that picked one up or something like it. Now you're going to make me look. Let me see. Let's see here. Where's Eric? Here we go. Okay, 2 stacks. Okay. Let's see here. No. Okay, no, wasn't Eric. I thought it was. Let me look at something else. Here. Okay. I get the text. I'm on that chain, and that's why I said when you mentioned that, I'm like, boy, that sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, they were really hard to find last year in our market. I only knew a couple stores that got one in, and then they saved them for their Black Friday sales and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they had one bottle at this drop there Saturday morning, and $100, same price at the distillery. So I didn't feel too bad. I've wanted one for a long time, and so I grabbed one anyway. I haven't opened it yet, but.
What are they a bottle?
$100.
Okay. Because that's what James said. She said he went up there still 100 and change. Yep.
Yeah, there's still the 116 point something proof. So.
Oh yeah, there, Grandpa. Yeah. She's definitely ready for me to go to the home. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, she's ready. 93 here and not moving at the moment. Yeah,
it's strange how different different bottles and different markets, they'll sit on the shelves somewhere, in other places people climbing over each other to get to even see one,
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen those out here at all. Not on this side of the world.
So like all the Weller stuff's really showing up in Michigan in the last couple weeks where you couldn't even find special reserve a couple years ago. Now everything's showing up full proof, even the single barrel and CYBP. And
Now CYBP, I don't have. I don't have. I've got foolproof. I've got foolproof. I
I heard,
don't have. Oh, wait a minute. I could be wrong. There's a foolproof. Oh, no, that's special reserve, and that's another foolproof. Okay. I was like, oh, I maybe no. Like CPB, I've not seen any out here. I know they are, but I have not seen them.
Were y'all mentioning this earlier?
there you go. That's what,
Yeah, it's a 2026.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you had one.
Yeah, I've had a
You like-
sample
you
from
like it?
2025, but I got this. My wife and I went to a store about 12 miles from here, and they had one behind the counter. The guy asked me if I wanted it before I could say anything. She said, "Yes, he wants it." Thanks to her, I have this bottle.
Excellent.
I never spent as much in a liquor store when my wife was not with me. She'll say, "Just get it."
Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, okay, all right, fine.
Depending, I mean, it's still. I've turned it down a couple of times.
Hey, look at this guy here, tore up. Cheers, brother. Good to see you, man. How are you? Doing well, I hope.
And this one was 109 plus tax, so not bad.
Mm-hmm. No.
That's the only bottle they had. So that's the reason I went to the drop, was just for that. And everybody else was grabbing the single barrel Wellers and all that. Me and my wife were 7th and 8th in line, and I couldn't believe it was still there. I just grabbed that one right up, and I said, let's go. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I had behind the counter, so it wasn't a
Well,
drop.
actually,
It would be right there in the store.
Greg, out here, I've seen a lot of posts where Buffalo Traces are dropping in price. I mean, I'm not talking substantial, but I'm talking $3 to $5
What?
on a bottle, depending upon where you are. So I think the average fifth of Buffalo Trace is about
Get your tail
$23. I don't know, but I think that's about right anywhere you would go. I mean, I know it's more in other places. It's like hen's teeth, but I don't think there should be too much problem getting a handle of Buffalo Trace at all anymore.
Yeah, it's
Wasn't
everywhere here.
Wasn't Jack
Every-
Daniels, didn't they slow down production or stop for a few months?
I know Dickel did.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't long before this. I mean, because I don't know how many guys want a little Dickel in their mouth anymore. That's for darn sure.
I'm a big fan, Anthony, of Dickel.
Really? You know what?
Yeah.
I forget which one it was, but holy smokes, it was like a mineral stick. It was horrid. But I do have I think it's a 13-year-old bottled and bond, and it's funny because I was hunting for stuff today and I found it in the back. And it's about a half full bottle. And it was one of the ones that I actually liked on the Dickel, where the vast majority of it was just so mineral. It was like almost like crayons on my palate. Yeah. Oh, Flintstone vitamins.
Yeah.
Flintstone vitamins. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jigsy.
Well, yeah, the new Dickel bottle and bond, Anthony, they're all 12-year now. They got a little paper tag hanging from them all. And
So
starting
they're
last year, I
using
think.
a marketing gimmick to try to push the stuff now, huh?
But it's a year younger, yeah.
So they put a toe tag on it. Yeah, because I think mine's a 13 bottle and bond, blue label,
Yeah, that's what I got.
from
I
about
like it.
5
It's one of
years
my
ago.
favorite.
I think it's a 2020 because it says it on there when it was done, and that actually was pretty darn good. But like I said,
I like it.
I haven't touched it. I haven't touched it.
Yeah, I think this is a 2020 because it says it was distilled in 2007, aged 13 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I like it. I don't have a problem with Dickel. I know a lot of people complain about the Flintstone vitamin aspect
Yeah.
of it, but it doesn't
I've
bother
never-
me.
I've never got that. Even on those cheaper ones, there's I can't remember. It's a lower proof. I can't remember
It's the
the
number 8.
number. I think it's called it.
Yeah, they got the 8 recipe, then the 12, which is a little bit
The
older.
white label one. I can't
White
remember what they call it. It's a white
Yeah, I know
label
which one you're
one.
talking about. I can't think of it either.
White label? There's
They
an-
have a white label Dickel. Yep.
the only white label one I have is the unaged one.
Yeah, this one's it's chill filtered also.
Oh yeah,
It says right on the.
yeah. They seem to think that's a selling point. I mean, that's a turnoff, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
The rye has gotten big letters, chill filtered, and they're like, why are you touting that? But anyway, we've visited the distillery probably 3 or 4 times. It's only about an hour from me.
Oh.
Yeah, Cascade Hollow is not that far away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
Yeah, like 1 or 2 counties over.
Oh really?
Yeah. But once you get off the interstate, then you weave around in the backwoods for a while until you get there.
Well, it's probably nice in the fall.
Oh yeah, it's pretty. It's a beautiful area.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Matter
not
of
hard
fact,
to get to. It's very rural where it's located.
in October, I'm going to Williams, Arizona for a few days. And then staying at I remember, is it called the Grand Canyon Lodge or something like that? It's not literally in the Grand Canyon, but it's just what it's called. And then they have a train ride from Williams to Flagstaff. Now I can't remember, but so we're gonna do that, and because I like to ride the trains.
You're doing that this fall.
Yeah. Well, the leaves will probably have already changed. There's a lull at school where I know that if I'm gone, oh well. And they had a good package for the rooms, included breakfast and a dinner. And then I don't know. I've just said to her, "Hey, you want to go?" And she's like, "Do you?" I go, "I'm ready to make the reservation. I just need to know." So, and then Emma will be old enough to go to a kennel for a couple of nights. So, yeah, it won't break my heart. No. Hey, 8-year Dickel is not Flintstone vitamin taste. The 15 Dickel from a couple of years ago is good, especially if you get the bottles over 100 proof. Yeah. Well, yeah, it might have been the 8-year, but like I said, to me, Dickel just has that minerality altogether. It's in this bottle I have, but it's not like the others I've tried. As a matter of fact, it's so minimal that it's easy to forget about. Easy to forget about. That is for sure. Just leaving the arena after the win. Hey, I don't know if you saw my email, but I'm so sorry about the missing you when you were out here. I don't know why it went to my Gmail spam. I have no idea. No idea. But I do apologize over that, but that was way beyond my control. That's for darn sure. So I just don't want you to think I ignored you. Just didn't see it until I was sitting down here and just going through it, and something made me click on the spam just to see what was in the folder, and boom. So I do apologize. Was it by submission? Buzzer beater. All good. Sideshow and tore up the town. I'm sure you did. You won't be the only one that's tried to do it here in Vegas. That's for sure. But I just did. I felt really bad when I opened that up and saw your email. I really, really did. Felt terrible. But it's happened once or twice before, and don't know what triggers it to go in there. I have no clue. It's not like you had any attachments or anything on it, but it's just how it was. Feel terrible about that. I do. So yeah, he was here this past week, and I didn't see the email, and probably could have met him on Friday. I think it was when he said he wanted to meet up, and could have had a meal and a dram or so. I did. I just felt terrible. Terrible. So I said I don't like people to think I don't see it, would not reply, because I certainly would, but it happens. It does happen. But anyway, so I guess dinner was to your liking, Eric? Exactly. Right answer.
Meatloaf,
Right.
and beans, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Winner.
What, chicken dinner? Absolutely right. Yeah. Any day you get mashed potatoes with meatloaf, hey. Mm-hmm.
They go together like peas and carrots.
See, and you know what's funny? I don't like cooked carrots. So to put peas and carrots on my plate, I'd be like, you're going to be disappointed because I'm not going to touch it.
Well, I just
Peas, I don't mind.
Dump, but anyway.
Peas, I don't mind.
But she makes so many great things in the crock pot, so she's got this.
Oh, those crock pot meals are
Yeah, well, it's crock pot meatloaf. Most people do it in the oven, but she does it in the crock pot, so it doesn't get hard.
Doesn't get crusty.
Yeah. It's consistent all the way through. So then, as we get down to getting toward the end of it, then she makes shepherd pie. So,
two winners.
You can't lose any way you look at it.
No, two winners right there.
That crock pot has paid for itself so many times.
My wife will make some beef tips. So she'll put all her ingredients in there and put stuff on there and then let that cook all day, make the noodles and then whatever other sides. And then you just scoop that out of the crock pot over the noodles and everything else. And oh my gosh.
She'll pick up a pot roast sometimes, and not sometimes. She'll get a pot roast. I'll put it together the night before, put it in the refrigerator, let it just kind of marinate. Then before I leave for the hospital in the morning, I put it in, so it's cooking all day long. And there's been times it's cooked 11, 12 hours. It's just fall apart.
Oh, yeah.
Put baby potatoes in there and carrots and onions, and then the McCormick slow cookers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That packet. Yep.
Yeah. 2 packets of it and 2 cups of water and just pour it over there. Then just let it work its magic. And then you come home at the end of the day, and so you walk in the house, you just get those aromas. Yeah, you're good to go.
Yep. Make yourself, if you want some biscuits or something along with it, and in 20 minutes you're at the table.
Or she doesn't care for baby potatoes so much, so she'll have some mashed potatoes, and I'll have the baby reds or whatever. But it's just delicious.
This is that one bottle.
Let me highlight that.
Okay, I didn't realize you're talking about the 12. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 90 proof.
Yeah.
I knew what he was talking about, but I couldn't remember either. I knew what he was talking about, but I couldn't remember either.
And you're saying
I thought it said non-chilled filtered on it, but it doesn't. I must have been thinking of the rye.
Yeah, they do make a rye. I forgot about that.
And believe it or not, I still got this is the first bottle of whiskey I've ever bought in my life. So got this in 20.
I'll be darned. I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's the old labeling of the Dickel 8. It's only 80 proof, but it's kind of sentimental since it's the very first bottle I ever bought.
Mm-hmm.
Do they make that one anymore?
Yeah, it's just a different label.
Yep.
Oh, really? I've
And they
never
changed
seen
the
it.
label of it. But yeah, they still make the 8. It says the classic 8 recipe. Then the 12 is just a little bit older, a little higher proof. 90,
90, yeah.
90 versus 80.
And
I
that's
don't, I
always
don't mind.
better when you're talking Dickel.
Pardon?
I said higher proof is always
Oh yeah.
better to me, especially in Dickel.
Like whoever brought up, yeah, if you get the 15 years, they range from like 80 proof to 104 proof. So if you can get the 104, it's got a little bit more going than an 80 proof.
No, those are awesome. Those high aged 15-year picks that are 17, 18, 19.
Oh,
We
yeah,
get
yeah,
them.
exactly. It says 15 on the
They're just
label, but most of the time they're 3 or 4 years older than that.
And
for
they're
less than $2.
yeah, well, they're a totally different animal too. I mean, if you drink a bottle of that, then drink this like this one here, that 8, you wouldn't
Yeah.
even think it's from the same distillery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 8-year bourbon's not bad. I forget, I think it's maybe 90 proof also.
Hmm.
The one that actually says bourbon on the label.
Yeah.
I believe all their ryes are MGP though.
Mm-hmm. And then they did that collaboration a few years ago with Leopold Brothers.
Yep.
And that was, I don't know, they priced it well over $100. I don't think it sold very well. So
Yeah,
Oh,
they were.
yeah.
they're-
Yeah, that seemed to sit on the shelf for a while. I don't see it now. Of course, I would not have bought it just because it's
I
Dickel.
bought it more for the novelty, but it's been like 5 years or more ago,
Oh,
or maybe longer than that.
then it's not the one I'm thinking.
I don't know anybody who's ever tried one.
With that Leopold collaboration,
Yeah.
I got it sitting right over there. So probably
Yeah,
got about
don't they have that? They have that 3-chamber still or something.
Yeah.
Leopold, I think it's called I can't remember. I think it's a 3-chamber still or something like that
Something
that
like
they
that.
use.
Yeah, Craig Leopold, he did a whole thing on it and explaining how it works, but it said it's an expensive process, which is why their ryes are been very expensive. I've never bought one.
Well, in general, their stuff is expensive alone.
I don't hear much about them anymore.
No, but
Yeah.
what I've seen of it, I thought it was expensive, 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And about 6 years ago, that was probably the peak of my FOMO. Because stuff was just so hard to come by. And so when you saw it,
Yeah.
it's like, if I don't buy it, I'm never going to get a chance again. Like when I picked up Blood Oath and a few others. And I've said this while you were at dinner. I go, I've got some up there that because of FOMO, I bought them. And now that I've had a few, they're good, but I never thought that they were like, wow, anymore. I'm just referring to Booker's.
Mm.
And I've got 4 unopened Bookers sitting there, and one of them's a little book. And Marty, when I found that, I sent a picture to Marty, and he wanted one. So I dropped it off to him, 5, 6 years ago. And he took it over to his dad's. That's when he was still in Tennessee. And his dad just loved it. And he said, I couldn't take it. He said, so his dad's the one that ended up polishing it off, that little book. And Marty's like, man, I'd love to have another bottle of that, but they're long gone. And I chuckled. I go, mine isn't. Mine is still sitting there unopened.
I've got a 2014 Booker's that's still sealed. Then the only other one I have is a Mighty Fine batch from, I don't know how long ago that was, like 3 years ago.
You guys remember Lumberjack?
I remember
So
the name.
that was one of the releases, and a lot of hype over it. And I was lucky enough to get a nice pour of it, and I tried it, and I'm so glad I didn't buy it. It was not bad at all. I just didn't think it was the, let's just say, $150 good.
No.
because there's a time the Bookers, you were seeing them for $199 all day long, and I said that's absolutely asinine. I said at $100, I find them to be a little high, but I think some of the flavors and the tastes in it at that time 6 years ago, I said it's okay. I
A
said,
lot of the Costco's and Sam's have been selling them for the last year or so for $79.99, which
and
that's
that
pretty
is,
decent.
I said they're about an
That's ideal.
$80 bottle
Yep.
all day long, all day long. Hey, Vic, cheers, man. Appreciate you coming, saying hello, and smashing that like button. Hope you're well, and a happy Sunday to you, sir.
Well, that first Booker's I bought, I paid $58 for.
See, I mean, well, but see,
Well,
like I said,
2014 too. That's 12 years ago.
yeah, but I'm just saying. So even 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that let's just say $70 to $80 price tag would have been right for that. Would have been right for that. I got it's a unique one for them. I got it. But when they went to 100, that caused me pause. And I have a couple of them up there, so I paid right around there for them. And
That Mighty Fine batch was 99.
but when it literally hit that C note north, that's when I put the brakes on. And I was lucky. I had the Boston batch and a few others that they had. The Granny's batch, that was good. Granny's batch was good. I was like, oh, but I couldn't get one of those. But Granny's batch was good. I would have paid for two of those. I would have paid for it back then. I mean, it could have been.
What's that one? What's that one? Kentucky ham? Was that one of them?
I think it was. I think it was called Kentucky ham. It could have been brown ham. It could have been baked ham. It could have been smothered.
Yeah, I think they call it Kentucky ham. People mention how that was such a great bottle and stuff. I don't ever remember having one. I buy them every year, not all of them, but I just drink them up and forget about them. I like them.
Well, like I said, to each his own. But I had that lumberjack, and I think that was the last Booker's I actually tasted, and I'm like, yeah, it's just not doing it. As a matter of fact, it was just hot. It would, flavor right up front and then gone.
And just heat.
And nothing but heat. And that's how the Old Forester single barrel proof, the blue labels.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they would be. Then Tore Up dropped off a sample to me, and he said, you definitely will like this. You have got to try it. You've got to try it. You've got to try it. I knew it. Country ham, Kentucky ham, country ham, old ham. We were all in the right area. Country ham. Great grandpa finally got it. Hey,
Jonathan.
I thought you're traveling.
Yeah, I thought you're cruising.
Oh, he is.
He's out in the middle of the Atlantic, it looks like.
Yeah. They threw him out because he's smoking that old Perotti.
Just chilling with a friend while my wife goes and does something I don't give a crap about.
Oh, she's shopping?
I don't know. I don't really care.
That's true. That's true.
That's a good time.
That's true. I'm surprised. I didn't know they even allowed smoking on the ship.
Actually, this is an adult area, and half of it's for cigars.
Oh, no kidding.
Are there more than just you on the ship? Oh, he froze up a bit there. I knew he was going on a cruise, so that's why I'm.
You're frozen, Jonathan.
I think he figured it out, or he will. Not to be confused with Jack Ham. I don't know if you can hear us, Jonathan, or not, but yeah, you froze up. But
Anthony, did you pour some of the Ode to the Embers earlier?
I did, and that's what I'm just finishing up. Yeah, I tell you what, I really can get the peat influence on here now.
Yeah, it's got definitely more peat influence than the other two.
Oh, I'm going to say Ode to the Valley doesn't have any. Ode to the Dark, I had to search, and I am skeptical on it.
Yeah, there's peat in that. It's like
Yeah.
1% or less.
Oh,
The Ode to the Embers, though, it's good.
Ode to the Ember, yes.
And if
Yes.
somebody's not real big on peat, there's not enough in there. It's not going to scare them away. It's going to kind of give them a nice introduction without overdoing it.
Yep, we figured you're having too much of a good time to hang out with us. We don't blame you. We don't blame you.
Have a good time, Jonathan.
Yes, sir. Just enjoy.
Yep.
But glad to see you, man. But yeah, this has been a nice dram, and that's one of the things I commented on that I'm gonna have to take it up to camp where I can, pour a few drams. Have a nice dram Friday night and a couple on Saturday, and sit with it, and just sip on it and contemplate my navel.
You said you found your porch soy, didn't you?
Oh yes, I did.
That had to
Yes.
be fun to get home and realize you'd left it behind.
I did. And I don't know how. It was right by the door. Literally. And when I turned around to close the door to the trailer, it was about waist high. I just, boom. And that was it. I realized when I was emptying the vehicle out, and I go, where's my thing? Because I have a carrier. And there he is. Oh, hold on, Orlando. There you go, Orlando. You're good. And I put him in here.
Sure.
And so it holds 2 bottles. And so I just, boom, and away I go.
Was that a liquor lineup bag?
It is.
Yep.
It's still not open.
I still think about
Anthony, did you ever hear? Did you ever hear what happened to the liquor lineup guy there that passed away? Whatever.
No, I have. No, I have not. No, I have not. There is some. Let me just say this: speculation and rumor. So I won't spread it because I didn't hear it.
And he's early 40s.
Yes. He could have had a myocardial infarction. He could have had an aortic aneurysm. You don't know. And I'm just using those two as an analogy.
Right.
A stroke. Yeah. You just don't know. It can happen to anybody. Anybody. It just doesn't make a difference. But I did stop at the one by my house just to see a little. Was it Monday, Tuesday? Let me think. Because I was out and about, and I went after work. I don't even remember what I was doing, but I stopped through there. I'm like, okay, yep, nope. Sign still up on the door. And then I went to see a fellow friend of course, I was at Total Wine today, and he knows people that work there, and I was going to talk to him, but he wasn't at work yet. If he was working at all, sometimes his days off change, so he's off Sundays and Mondays. But anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah, I don't know. And like I said, I'm not going to spread rumors or anything like that, especially when you don't know. That's just all it is.
Right. What are you sipping, Orlando?
I was eating dinner and I heard y'all talking about 2 stacks. And I picked up the single grain, the double barrel single grain, when I was down in Dallas. In fact, I think I cracked this on your show the other day. Anthony.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's the one you popped open last.
very, very nice, very creamy,
Mm-hmm.
a hint of sweetness. And I was like, I wanted something sweet after dinner. So I was like, I'll go with this.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the first single grain I've ever bought.
I've purchased the Teeling single grain, and I
Mhm.
like it quite well also.
So one or the other. What's your
Oh,
pleasure?
I think I don't know if it's because it's new that I'm kind of leaning towards this one.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the Teeling single grain is also really good. I much prefer it to the small batch.
Yep.
The small batch has too much rum to it.
Okay.
It didn't hit me real good. So I wound up mixing it with Coke and basically just kind of having a Irish rum and Coke.
There's nothing wrong with it. You got to use it. And that's another thing I was talking about about 2 weeks ago. Just, because people buy certain things because they I'm just going to use Coke because they pour Coke in it. And I said, well, that's great, but why are you going to spend, let's say, $100 on a bottle, and you're going to add Coke to it when you got Jack Daniels right there for
Mm-hmm.
$25?
And it's really kind of hard to beat a Jack and Coke if you're going to do a whiskey and Coke.
Yeah, that's
Kind of
what
go
I'm
with the original.
I'm just like, but you do you. It's your
Mhm.
money and it's your whiskey. But you now corrupt the flavor of the whiskey. So unless it's really shitty whiskey, I mean, I got that.
Long branch.
Yeah, Long Branch is right. There's no doubt about that. That Long Branch is shitty.
Took them long enough to discontinue it, though.
I know. Well, I guess they must have had a contract with whoever,
Matthew McConaughey.
to keep producing that for a while, and I'm sure they're sorry. But, I mean, they didn't renew the contract. That's all I'm going to say. Because
You think they would have?
it didn't win no medals.
Well, you think they would have done like a market test of that, being wild turkey and being so big and stuff, you know what I mean? And before they release something, crap like that, because that's like a black eye for them.
I like Traveler.
They're still trying to get rid of that for around $35 here.
Yeah,
I saw the foolproof for I think 34 in Oklahoma City.
You didn't fall for it, did you?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I did.
Okay.
I bought one just for to see what it was like, and I cracked it on Ben's stream a couple of weeks ago, and it's not very good.
Have speaking
So
of
that's
faulty,
the expectation. Okay. Yeah. At least it didn't disappoint you.
Yeah.
speaking of falling for it, this same store they've got it through I think Thursday. They've got a scotch called Banknote, and I think it's like $15 for a 750.
What?
Probably an 80 proof blended scotch.
I want to say it was 86.
Proof? 43%?
Yes, sir. But it's called Banknote, and I've never heard of it before.
I'm going to look that up.
I thought the fancy really finely ate her food. She's being so fucking picky for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr.
when I-
Hall.
When I looked it up, it said they generally go for like $20 a bottle. And it said, the classic vanilla, caramel, that kind of stuff.
Is that what it looked like?
You going
I'm on my phone and it's little bitty.
Oh, okay.
I did.
I don't want to see what it
I can come in and I can shut
I
this.
vacuumed your room.
I believe
Yes,
so,
it
yeah.
does, he doesn't go late, so
I vacuumed your
So
room.
the
and I
blended
did-
scotch.
So vacuum's fine now.
yeah, he doesn't go late.
So it's like 43%. Yeah, 43%. 5 years old.
I've never heard of it until you just said something. So, yeah, I never heard of it until you said so.
I haven't heard of that before either.
Where'd you find it, Orlando?
It's in Oklahoma City at a store called Byron's. And no, that might not have been at Byron's. That might have been at the Well, because my daughter's going there for a hair appointment Thursday. So a lot of times if they have something I like, or if they got something on sale or something that comes in, I'll have her pick it up for me, because it's like a 2-hour drive.
And if she's already there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And like one of them, it's actually on the same parking lot where the salon is that she goes to.
Well, apparently they got a peated version too.
Oh.
No.
Well, that changes my opinion now.
Same ABV, but this one's peated.
Well, Mr. Hall, we all live and we learn. Just because they get an ASCOT award doesn't mean it's all good now, does it?
You can't believe it.
I can't believe they give that. Well, what was it? The whiskey of the year, or there? I can't remember what award they were. New whiskey of the year or something.
Really? Hold on, because I know where that bottle is. It's a doorstop right over here. Hold on.
Orlando, I think I'll join you in some of the single
Believe
grain.
me, this shit's on the floor. I just want to see if it actually says anything on here that it won something. Look, I even keep the propaganda sticker on this son of a bitch. So, I mean, it's got the original propaganda sticker and everything on this damn thing. Let me look. There's even dust on this bottle. I guess when it sits on the floor, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm. That's a David Lee Murphy song.
I know, I was just thinking the same
That's
thing.
right. Well, let's just wait. There might be a little dust on the bottle.
Mm-hmm. Go see Creole Williams and get it.
Because this shit is bad.
Wow, that song's about, 15 years old?
This shit is
If not
bad.
more.
Or longer.
I'm looking to see if there's anything on here. Okay.
And Orlando got a single malt version too with a blue label. I think it's got a little bit of peat to it.
I'm going to take a look and see what they've got. I'll look back at that at the website, and I may have her pick me one up. I mean, at the very least, I can make Godfather a rusty nail with it or something.
You know what? I don't see where it won any damn award on this bottle. That's for sure. But it says Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Oak and Texas Mesquite Charcoal Refined. Somebody was drinking something, because there ain't nothing refined about this stuff. Nothing. But yep, I keep that little old bullshit piece right on there. That little thing. I don't know what it's for. And I make sure that this cork stays tight. I don't want it to choke me or something. There we go. Oh, shit. Things does still move too. Look at that. See? Got it. Got a cork on it. Even smells like old gym socks. But yeah, it's got a nice layer of dust on this bottle. I think the last time I think I cracked it, I don't know what I was doing, but I got 100 likes on a stream or something like that, and I never thought I'd get there. And so I called out a shit and thing like that, and got 100 likes, and I had to choke a thing of this down, and I don't think I've done it. Well, I've made that before, but I upped it about 30. So, and it didn't make it. They had like 128 or whatever. And I'm like, whoo, because I was getting worried. I was going to have to do this thing again.
You'd much rather do Malort?
Probably.
I saw a video yesterday or day before, and it was all the Whiskey Tribe people, and they were sipping Malort blind.
Well, the thing, a lot of people bash that Jepson's, but they've been doing some awesome single barrel picks and stuff.
They
and
have
the price is right around $30 or maybe under for some of these high proof jobs,
Mm-hmm.
And a liquor store in southern Michigan got a barrel, and it was gone within like 2 days, and they got another one, and that was gone within just a few also. So
Mm-hmm.
That was a Project Fred's pick that Top Dog gave me a sample of that was really, really good.
really,
Yeah, it's great.
There's a channel called Bonding Over Bourbon. It's Kat and Chris. They're a married couple, and they've
Yeah, I've seen
done, I think, 2 or 3 picks at Jebson's. And I won samples of a couple of them, and they were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
One of them kind of had that cherry note to it, kind of like the Luden's cough drops, and I think they actually called it the Luden's barrel. But it was nice.
Luden's barrel.
Orlando, if you see this though, I'd recommend getting it.
Okay.
It's about the same price. It's 10% peated malt, 50% triple malt, and 40% double malt. And the 50% is Oloroso sherry.
Mm.
It's good though.
I love a good sherry finish.
where are they out of,
yeah.
Eric?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Where are they out? Where are they out of that brand?
New Stacks? Yeah, they're out of
Yeah.
they're Irish whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Well,
good.
I had to get my 2 stacks in Dallas. I don't know that I can get it here yet, but my daughter and son-in-law are going back down in about a month and actually right at 2 months from now.
I saw a bottle of elixir.
I'm gonna pinch some pennies and do a curbside.
So you don't have to go
there
in.
you go. There you go.
I'll just tell them to make sure that they put the bottles in the box right side up instead of storing them on their lids for trip.
Ah, them kids.
No. The store.
Oh my gosh.
They put the box and they stuck the bottles upside down in the box and then
Oh,
put it in the car. So the whole time for like 4 days on this trip, they were stored in this box upside down on their corks.
Good grief.
Guess who got a refund?
Did they leak or did they get damaged?
I didn't know that they didn't, get the cork stuff into them or degrade the corks or anything. With them being standing on the corks all that time.
Yeah.
Anybody
It
ever
took about 3 weeks, but I got a complete refund on it.
Good.
anybody ever buy a bottle and forget about it in your vehicle on a hot day and blows the top off it? I had that happen once.
Not,
It don't take much
No,
heat
not
either.
yet. Not yet.
right away.
I wouldn't say it's suitable for wound cleaning, but it may cause gangrene. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's for sure. But it's only 43% alcohol, so it ain't gonna clean much. Not gonna clean much.
May need it for a paper cut.
Yeah. Very minor one.
I wouldn't even waste it on a paper cut. This shit is bad. Bad. I mean,
Mm.
this is crap in a bottle. Right there. Right there. And I know people that like it, and that's fine. I know people that
Don't
got
hold
back
back
up
on
in
your
pocket.
feelings about it, Anthony.
Oh no.
Mhm.
No. I never have.
Mhm.
I never have. When Disco 5 came out, I had such FOMO. When ADHD Whiskey said, try before you buy, well, taste is subjective. Just because he didn't like it doesn't mean I didn't like it. And when it appeared here, it didn't even hit the shelf in the store. One of the people I know saw me and says, hey, I got something you want. And I do. And he goes, yep, I'll be right back. It hasn't even hit the shelf here yet. And we only have one case. And I'm going to get you a bottle because I know you're going to want it. Oh. So he comes back and he hands that to me and he says, Disco 5. I went, holy crap. And I grabbed it and went right to the counter. Right to the counter. I did not stop. I set that thing down. She rang it up and I got my receipt so they couldn't take it back now. And I'm like, whoo-hoo. And I went out the door. I couldn't wait to do a review on that. Man, I called that some things too. I did. But 5 years later, it's gotten way better. Time has done it so much better that it got to sit, and it sat for a long damn time. Matter of fact, I forgot about it, and I think it might have been one of the first ones I pulled out of Forgotten But Not Gone when I do that series. Now I got to do the fifth one, but oh, that was absolute shit. I mean, just absolute, straight out, no good, dirty.
Well,
It
you had
was
the Disco
horrible.
4, which was really good. You probably just expected the Disco 5 was going to be as good or better.
Well,
It was a letdown.
you know, Matt warned us, but I know taste is very subjective, and it wasn't here, and they only had one case, and I never seen it anywhere else. And man, I sucked that up. I think I paid about $100 for the bottle. Oof, horrid. There was another one too. I called it absolute shit. I mean, just I'm trying to remember what it was. If I go back and look at the 200 plus videos I've done, streams, I'll sit and go, oh yeah, that was a crap one. That was horrid. I mean, I know Disco was one. Long Branch is the top. I've been fortunate. I don't have a lot of the stuff I have really is not bad. Some stuff I've been disappointed because my expectation was too high because of what other people said. So in my mind, I was hyped up. So that's why I always say, I don't want to know much about it before I get it. Let me experience it first. Shoot, what is the other one? I said there's only been, I know, well, two, but three. I thought there was a third one. Oh, it wasn't bad. Absolutely wasn't bad. And I'm not disappointed that I bought it, but I was expecting more. And I didn't call it shit. I just said it was good, but I didn't think it was worth the money. GTS.
Which
George
one?
T. Stagg. I still got it sitting up there. I've actually sampled out more than I have consumed of it. Sampled out more than I have consumed of it. And I'm like, phew. You know, thank goodness I got it for MSRP too. I mean, I did not pay that terrible price. I was mad because I had to drive to the opposite end of the strip to pick it up down by Luxor, or excuse me, down by Mandalay Bay from where I live, because they wouldn't bring it to the store on this side of town. You had to go there and make the purchase. Why? I almost didn't do it, but I believe I was coming back from Yuma on a Sunday, so I just detoured because, you know, whether I make a left and go away from it or drive to it, I was in that area. So I bit the bullet and went and got that. And that's how I even got a couple of the Wellers. I was driving that way. Other than that, oh yeah, I wasn't going there. Hated it. But like I said, it wasn't bad at all. It was disappointing.
Was it the low proof one? The one that's like 116, 117 proof?
I don't remember. I'm going to look. It's right here.
I think it was like 2019.
138.7.
Oh, no, not that one then.
69.35. Mm-hmm.
It's hefty.
Oh, it's hefty. Yeah, it's a hefty.
Yep.
But like I said, it's not horrible or anything like that. But there was a lot of hype, and I wanted to have one. It was okay. That's like my Pappy when I got one of those.
What?
And I opened it about 5 years ago when Chris and Lil were here, and Stahl and Whiskey Mountains. And I think it's 22 or 23, Torup. You're absolutely right. 22 or 23. Yep. Yep. I was gonna say, I think it's a 22 or 23. But you are absolutely correct. And like I said, I opened the Pappy there, and I let them. Okay, good. See, he knows what I'm talking about. Not all batches are there. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of good. But anyway, I opened up that Pappy. I cracked it there, and boy, they went through that like a bum on a bologna sandwich. But I also sampled out more of that than I drank, only because okay, I tried it and it was good, and I had the 15 in my hand, and it's funny story. Went to a uh, went to liquor lineup. They had a bunch of allocated bottles, and you got a ticket. And they would call, let's say, 20 people. Those 20 be let in one at a time, and of course, you got to pick. You got to pick. So, okay, absolutely. I'll drop off a sample to you, bud. Absolutely, and I'd like to try it too. So, yeah, we'll chat. Um, Lost my train of thought there. You got me thinking about that 2025, and I'm like, oh yeah. See, saw a bright light, squirrel. I veered off the road. And hold on doing it. Oh, so liquor lineup, and so they called a number out, and I'm talking to the guy in front of me and the guy in the back, and we're just talking like us four are doing. The guy in front of me, I forget his name, but he turned to me and he goes, "Aren't you a lucky shit?" And I said, "Why?" He said, "They called your number." I go, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm 21, you're 22." And I looked, and I go, "They called my number first?" And he laughed. He goes, "Yeah." So I walk up, and Steve was there, and Sal was there, and I think Rafa. You know, they all worked at that store. Well, of course, Sal did, but I'm like, "They called your number?" I said, the first one. So I handed him. So I went in there, and there was Weller's, there was E.H. Taylor, there was Michter's, you almost name it, GTS. And I mean, I'm talking top shit there. And I said on the way in, I says, "Lord, give me a Pappy 10. I'll be happy. Just a Pappy 10. I'll be happy." First thing I did, I reached in there and I picked up the 15. I went, "Oh my gosh, a Pappy 15." And then the 10 was right next to it. And I picked up the 10. And then the guy said that came in behind me says, "You know, that 15 is excellent." And he goes, "The 10 or the 15 are the worst. The ones when you go north, they're good, but they're not worth the price." And I go, "That is understood. That is understood." And I'm holding the 15 and I had the 10 in my hand. And I turned to him and I said, "So you really here for the 15? He goes, "That's what I come for." But he goes, "I'm telling you, that's the one you need to buy." And I said, "Well," I come in and I said, "Lord, I just need the 10." And so I had the 10 in my left hand and I handed him the 15. I said, "Do you want the 15? And he said, "Are you kidding me?" I go, "No." He grabbed the 15 and I took the 10. That's a true story. It's a true story. That's how it went. And he was happy and I was happy. And, you know, I shared that 10 and he had the 15. And I have just a little bit of regret for not taking the 15. But I just said, I'm not going to be selfish. I asked for one thing. I got it. I'm not going to go against that.
And you made his day, so
yeah. And he was happy. I was happy. When we went to the whiskey meetup, everybody was happy there.
Yeah.
ASMR. Just so you know, Andrew, they're still not open. And I don't know if you heard any updates on what's going on, or if the wife's going to take it over or what. I don't know anything. I don't know anything on that. But the store on my side of town is still has the sign up temporarily closed.
Oh, it's still closed?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Wasn't worth it. Was not worth it. That's why I never went for it. And I know people that have them all, just like they have all the Wellers. You know, they collect it and collect it and collect it. You know, so.
Gotta wonder how much money they're losing a day by not having that store open.
Well, that wasn't the only store that he had. There were other liquor lineups, and then there were other names other than liquor lineup. So, like Orlando's Liquor. So that was just something he opened there, but not a 7-Eleven, but
Yeah.
he had other places. So that fell under his business, let's say. I didn't realize that till later on, you know, after the place opened, that no, he owns Sunset. So where is it? I have, is this one it? Yeah. So this is a smoke wagon store pick from Liquor Lineup, but Sunset Market. So it doesn't go by Liquor Lineup, it went by Sunset Market.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a pick from Saul, but for his other store, the Sunset Market, which I had the other one open that is the Liquor Lineup pick. I don't know. I don't think I drank that one, but it's probably true because it was good. But this was the better one. But I drank both of them before I opened them. And I had a chance to get both of them. So I picked them up. But so that's one of his other stores. Right there. I was like, I know I got it here somewhere, but now I got to get back and work on these. Oh, I see it now. It's like, I know it's here somewhere because I seen it. It's up there. Very cinnamon forward on that. Absolutely cinnamon forward. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Hey, Richie. Always
Cheers,
good
Richie.
to see you. Always good to see you. Well, I'm going to pour myself a last little pour before supper while you're all here. I've certainly enjoyed the chat and everything here, and I think I'm going to pour one from Eric that I got sitting right here. Minden Mills American Single Malt 5-year. Yep.
And the master distiller there used to be the master distiller at McCarthy's.
Mm-hmm.
Joe.
I'm gonna pour some of that in the Glen here. I got a fresh Glen. Pour a little something in here.
My second one was one of the Middleton Method and Madness Spanish Oak finish.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A friend of a friend brought these over from Ireland for me on his trip.
How do you like it?
I like it quite well. It's not, with it being lower proof, it doesn't have the punch that the Rebecca Creek does, but it's tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Because elixir,
I
that's
can
also
appreciate
not madness on the shelf, but there's just so much variety there that I had a hard time narrowing down what I wanted to get. But
do you know which ones they have of them? Because they've done several.
yeah, I don't know. I just saw the label. I saw the Method Madness, but I didn't take a bottle off the shelf. So.
Yeah. I got the Amburana one and I got the Spanish Oak one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How strong is Amburana?
It's not. It's lighter with it. Of course, with the ABV being lower and everything, it's definitely lighter. It's more in the background.
Okay. So it doesn't take over. It's not just
No.
okay. Immediate cinnamon toast crunch.
Mm-mm. No, it's a little more of an afterthought.
Okay.
So, yeah, it tore up. Yeah, he had passed in June, just very unexpectedly. We're not sure. And like I said, there was a lot of speculation, but I only hear rumors, and I'm not going to repeat rumors. But so let me highlight this. So this is Killowen Rum Raisin. I got this, of course,
Mm.
from Liquor Lineup when I got
Mm-hmm.
my pail of ice cream. This was on the shelf at the same time, and at that time, Stacy made mention of this distillery to me. This is the only bottle I've ever seen and the last I've seen. So friends of mine recently were over there, called me from a bottle shop and said, "You sure you want this Killowen?" And I said, "Well, which one is it?" And he told me, and he says, "Killowen Rum Raisin
I'll have him just a
peated."
minute. Ray sign off in a minute.
And he said, "Peated." And I went, "Are you serious? It's peated." He goes, "Yeah, I'm here right now. I could hear the guy talking." He says, "Last bottle." I said, "You just reach over that counter and you put that bottle in your hand and pay him, and you bring it." Well, yep, but these aren't the peated ones.
Those aren't what?
The one I got, not this one. I got to go pick it up. It's peated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he picked it up in Ireland for me last week.
Oh, I got a peated one too, but this is the only one I have in the big bottle.
So you have the rum raisin peated?
It's not rum raisin peated. It's a different peated one.
Okay. I
See,
got the, he picked, I was going to say, because where'd you get that? Because I was like, oh my gosh. You got a gem.
yeah, this one just says 10-year peated malt cask, but it's not the rum and raisin.
No, correct. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Torab didn't like the tail of ice cream. So I said, if he has to, he can send it to me. I'll dispose of it. I guarantee it. But
I saw that at Elixir yesterday. They had the tail of ice cream and the tail of spice.
Mm-hmm.
Tail of Spice is good. They have not dropped the price here. It's still about $100 a bottle. I thought if they had any left, they'd be around 79 by now, but they haven't.
Okay. Yeah,
They haven't. But to me, it's worth a backup now. Retrospect, it's good.
The tail of spice or the tail of ice cream?
Both of them.
Okay.
I have a backup for ice cream. I don't have one for spice. The one I really should have gotten a backup of was Tail of Tokyo.
Yeah,
That's the one, in hindsight, I regret not having.
Yeah, it's still on the shelf here.
Yeah. And it's still floating around here.
One of that series that I hear so much about is the Tale of Cake.
Well, that was the original. Yep. That was the original. It started it all. Mm-hmm.
I've got the ice cream, and then one of the stores in Oklahoma City has the spice one.
Mm-hmm. Look at this ugly son of a gun here. Look at this. Where are you vacationing at?
Cheers.
Uh-huh.
Cheers, Mark.
Cheers.
Long time no see, Eric.
Yeah. I know. It's been a couple days for him, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, and this is Fort Knox.
Hey, Travis. Cheers, man.
But Anthony, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was listening as I was putting my stuff away and eating my dinner, and just heard you tell the story about getting the RIP van, the 10-year, and wanted to give you a big verbal pat on the back because you asked like, please let me just find that Pappy 10.
Exactly.
And the guy behind you saying that 15's worth getting.
Yep.
Was that serpent? That was that temptation to go for your greed. You know what I mean? For you to be greedy unnecessarily and you're like, dude, if this is the bottle you want, I'm gonna give this to you.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
and you love the 10.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shane loved it. I liked
And
it.
so that's why I'm just like, dude,
Kristen Will liked it. Stahl liked it. Whiskey Shits liked it. I mean,
I'm
I
like,
could.
that was just meant to be in that order of how it happened.
Old
Just
Man
to,
Joe was there. He liked it. Yeah.
just to just to
Cracked it right in.
test your greed, and you passed the test, good sir.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And you got a check mark in the column for the good karma.
Mhm.
Yes, 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 yes. About 5 minutes, I'm going to be passing the plate here in a few. I didn't get my call to the table yet, but I'm sure it's going to be coming.
So, Mark,
But-
how was the distillery today?
It was cool. It was really small. I went to a veteran-owned distillery about an hour south of here, called Cave City Distillery and Cave City Distilling. They're really close to the Mammoth Caves, and so I got to talk with the veteran there. We got to chatting. We instantly started talking about people that we knew, that each other knew. You know what I mean? Like how you start talking. Oh, you know, you were there. Oh, so do you know this guy? You know that guy? You know, that kind of thing. And we
yeah.
we did that for a while, and he showed Sean Whiskey Wars and he showed us his still and his fermentation tank and stuff like that. And they got a really small operation, in the size of like a large garage.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a good dude. We exchanged information, and I'm hoping to get him on the show.
There you go.
Now, do they produce their own stuff, or are they sourcing?
Oh, they're making their own stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's funny you should say that. You know, I just had friends come back from Ireland and they picked me up a couple things, but let me find his text here. So he picked me up a sample pack. I'm not going to put his picture in, as in him personally, but from this distillery. Let me highlight myself here.
Oh, that's up in the Shetlands.
And they're new, but I have a sample pack. And one of the things he did is he talked to the owner, and they exchanged information, and then he's going to reach out and we're going to exchange information. So when I get that sample pack, that I'm going to try to get it to where I have the owner of that distillery on my stream. We're going to see if we can't work something out to have him on. Now, they don't have a presence here in the U.S. yet. So, and I don't know how big the samples and stuff are. But when they are, I'll probably part some out and let other people try them on the stream with him so he can get an honest opinion of what people think, about this whiskey. So, anyhow. Trying to keep up with chat keeps popping faster than I can read, so I'm skimming it. So sorry if I stop talking there.
You're good, buddy. You're good.
Yeah. Well, I'm following along with what Torup said, and I'm like, oh, okay. But he was talking to you, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get a Triticale whiskey single barrel pick because I've never seen one. And out of all the stuff I've tried from Distillarium, their Triticale is my favorite.
So, Torup, no, I haven't, but I will have an opportunity soon to try that, as a matter of fact. So, when I do, you'll know. Matter of fact, Jigsy was talking about that 114 5 years Springbank. Last week. It's like, when did I just talk? Literally, physically talk to him. Oh, that was last week because he was on the stream. So, but
It's a rare sight you guys are seeing me sitting down. Take your pictures now because you might not ever see it again.
at ease, soldier. That's just how it is. But
Yeah, I have a hard time being at ease.
while I got everybody here on panel, just sit tight. But I am going to go ahead and close the stream because supper's going to be on the table for me. You guys that are here on live, stay right there. I'm so glad I came on early. It was a great afternoon chat for me, now evening. Enjoyed having everybody here, not only on the panel, but in chat. You guys always make it interesting. You always make it fun. It was great to hear Greg from Greg's Whiskey Guide, popped in from France. And of course, it's always a pleasure. We get Mr. Morgan here, or we get our Canadian friends that pop in here. I know sometimes it's late for them or early. It just depends on where they are. But I always appreciate the people that spend time with us here. It's always great. Richie even comes over. I can't forget Richie. He comes over to say hello. It's always great. It really is. And I appreciate you all. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a good one, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.